Hey everybody, welcome. This is Into the Night Bigfoot Paranormal Talk Radio. We're gonna have a good night tonight. We're lucky we have my brother Diezal 2K from Georgia, Southern down south. Tonight we're just gonna shoot the breeze. We're gonna talk about Bigfoot and Dogman. So hopefully, please. So everybody listen and enjoy. Um, also, what do I need? Oh, somebody call or text me, please, because I need a female narrator. And the thing about it, I don't understand because, well, I'll talk to you, big brother. I got all these people call and they want to talk, talk about the Bigfoot Dogman alien thing all the time. They just want to talk. So I said, well, hey, look, I need somebody, a narrator for the show. So hopefully, if anybody out there, make sure you Facebook Messenger me if you're interested in going narration. Please, thank you. Anyway, so Big Brother Diesel 2K is like how did you start how did you start interacting? How did you have your first sight of Bigfoot Dogman? How did you feel about it? That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, how did you like? How did you? What had brought you into this world of Bigfoot Dogman? Like, what is something you saw? And I think it's as a child, right? That's when you was that when you. That's when you. Yeah, that's when you started your first sight. Was as a child. Do you remember how old you were or anything like that? You said 4. Okay. That's young. That's young. Was that now? If I'm correct, that was on your mother's property. Yeah. Okay. Was there um was there anything going on the property like as in did your mother at the time, your grandmother, they tell you, hey, look, there's something going on here, but they never really explained it to you, or did they say, hey, look, just be careful? Did they ever notice or see anything, or was it just you? Mhm. Right. Yes, indeed. Big brother, let me uh, nephew. Um, all right. I asked one of the guests, they can't hear you. When is the link? Are you using your laptop or your cell phone? Okay. Okay. Let me check with you. Let me check with you right now. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm asking the guest right now. I'm trying to see if he can hear you. He said he can hear me, which that's weird because I'm not even on my proper mic, but he says he can hear me. Hmm. Okay, I asked him can he hear you. Um, strange. Number one, that's strange because you're able to do it from your cell phone. Hmm. Gotcha. Um, I'm trying to think. Can you get to your laptop? What I'm going to do, I'm gonna have you open the laptop. Um, what I'm going to try to do is keep you on the same program so we don't have to start over. So you no, he said he still can't hear you. Can't hear the difference. Because I'm wondering if you go over to your laptop because they say sometimes stream doesn't. I hear you, but they can't hear you. Mm-mm. As a matter of fact, right. So he's not gonna hear you. Now only I hear you because now you're just on the phone. Is it real? Check. Check. Hey, bro.
Yo,
Okay,
can
cool,
you hear
cool.
me now?
I
Hey,
hear
I
you
see that
real.
microphone jumping.
All right, good, good, good. All
Sorry
right.
about that, y'all. We was doubled up on the mic. West side, south side.
Hey. Bigfoot for life.
Mm-hmm. They can see where the
Dogman.
hell they at.
Bigfoot and Dogman for life.
They can see where they at too.
Big bro said he don't want none of that smoke.
I'm through. But
I'm,
listen, sorry about that, y'all. Man, we just chatting it up. It was my fault. I apologize.
it's all good. It happens. It's technology. You know we know
Okay.
how to.
So who has said that they couldn't hear me? Whoever you are, thank you.
Yo, it's Cowboy Five Strings. I'm gonna see if he's on the.
Oh,
Okay,
Cowboy Five Strings.
there
That's a
we
good
go.
dude
It's
right
all
there.
good, bro. Loud and clear. Okay, yeah, he's good, and I think he came on before. Thank you, Cowboy, because you always look
No,
out.
man, you gotta remember, man, he part of the old BDRP page, man, with me, you,
Oh,
D-Dots, man. That's old school, man.
okay, okay.
That's old fire and brimstone right there.
He said five first.
You know it. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, man, we all come from the same core, man.
Indeed. Okay, that's good. Um. All right. So, what we're gonna start with is how well you saw him as a kid. You were about 4.
Too young.
That's too young. And your grandma, Miss Grandma, has said beware of them, right? Basically, she said you got to look out. You know.
No, she said, stay your ass out them woods, stay your ass away from over there, leave them boogers alone. Or them
Leave them
damn
boogers.
boogers, them booger bears gonna get you.
Right.
I was stunned that shit. I was like, I'm a real American hero. I'm G.I. Joe. I am. I'm like,
Who said
well,
you
this
out?
is, yeah, I'm like, well, this too far back for a lot of them. I was like Voltron. Well, not the new Voltron. I like the old Voltron. I was like G-Force,
Matchbox. Mhm. I got you. So,
Space
do you?
Giants.
I love Space Jam. So, do you feel? Do you feel? Let's say, for example, I got a fun question for you. Kind of fun,
Hmm.
but it's kind of scary.
Okay,
Do you feel?
run it.
Do you feel that if, let's say, for example, because I believe I don't know if they, like some people say they're held back for Judgment Day, like once like for example, once God decides, well, hey, judgment's time to start on Earth, that they think they're going to be part of the apocalypse. Like in other words, they're going to be tearing us apart or hurting us. Do you feel that there might be
No,
some truth?
sir, I do not because they already here. They've been here.
Mhm.
I don't believe in that. Well, I believe in the, part about the Bible, revelation about the veil being lifted, but they already here. They've been here. They've been here since biblical days, Egyptian days. They're in the Bible. They're in Indian folklore. They're in folklore all around the world. They've been here.
Mhm.
It's just when I ain't gonna say we, but I'm gonna say we as a man,
Mhm.
when we disrespect them, it's just like any human being walking around this earth.
Mhm.
If you disrespect somebody's home or property, they're gonna come see about you. You
Right.
don't walk in my house talking about you finna go in my fridge and get you a glass of sweet tea without me putting these paws on your ass.
He
They
said
feel the
sweet,
same way.
and
So,
I love sweet tea.
I love it too. That's why I ain't about to put their nasty ass on wash hands in my refrigerator.
Don't
So
put your hands
listen.
on sweet tea. So
So,
did.
you don't want nobody coming in your house and you watching Law and Order SVU and they gonna come change the game to the game and you sitting there watching,
Hmm.
you gonna say something. I mean,
That's right.
you just not gonna let nobody walk in your house and take over your house or
Hmm.
your yard. They
Well,
feel the same way. We have people in the past have had wars with them. Of course, it's not in American history books or the United States history books, but it's in everybody else around the world books, but not our books. That's just
But
what I feel about it. But go ahead, sir.
but do you feel that perhaps, let's say for example, God has his hands on him where it's like right now he's like it's not time. So he's holding them back from hurting us.
Well, them things is pretty. I mean, they have fought in many wars around the world. Whatever makes you sleep better at night. I'm a God fearing man. But these things ain't stupid. They've been fighting each other and us for years, like we've been fighting each other for years.
Mm-hmm.
They're just waiting for the right time to invade, just like everybody else in this world
Mm-hmm.
is waiting for the right time to invade Camelot, which is the United States of America.
That's deep.
Everybody is waiting for the right time to invade.
Mm,
Only
that's,
a fool will run into a gunfight with a knife.
mm,
They might
right.
just be buying their time, waiting on the right time to invade. Where
True
they
that.
can invade or they have a time to kill or whatever, that's what they do. But they're not stupid by far.
Mm,
If they was as dumb as people think they are,
mm,
there wouldn't be no finding Bigfoot, killing Bigfoot, and all these shows on TV.
right.
And there would be more evidence in TV shows, or they'd be sitting in your local zoo in your state or your city.
Right. True that.
But and then again, at the same time, they're not going to say that they're real because they're not trying to kill the economy more than what it already is. Hey, there's a 12-foot tall Harry the Henderson or werewolf or out there in the woods and stuff. So be careful. You
Hmm.
trying to kill you trying to make toilet paper go up from already
He said toilet.
$20 a roll to
Mhm.
$1,000 a roll because now you gotta put a tax on the toilet paper because they gotta go out there to go get the trees to make the toilet paper.
Mhm.
Because people gonna be afraid to go out in the woods because there's an underworld out there.
Mhm.
Man, ain't finna go cut down no trees and they got underworld out there. So now
That's
they're
right.
gonna have to give them security. Now they gotta raise the price of quilts and ordering.
Hmm.
Oh, your little cheap Dollar General brand that went from 99 cents to 20.99. So
Hmm.
they just don't want to kill the market like that. That's
Right.
just my personal opinion. I'm just one person. But go ahead. Next question. You got it?
Mm-mm. Nah, that's. I mean, that's right. You make good. I mean, you make good sense on that. Yeah,
Because
'cause
you got people out there want to buy hunting equipment, tents, deer blinds, tree stands, fishing pole, tackle, number two eagle, laser tip, fishing hooks, which is one of my favorites. Number two eagle, laser
oh, you,
tip.
you like that's right, 'cause you like
Hell yeah, I
fishing.
like fishing.
Hmm.
But but them damn upright walking canines just swayed me from going fishing because they just every damn where.
Yeah, 'cause I remember you had that problem. Let the people know about that quarry, and you had Mister what's his name? The one I Mister Know what was his name? Mister Oblivious.
Oh, Mr. Oblivious. You like that dude, don't you?
That's my man.
Okay. Let me tell you about Mr. Oblivious. This is the first time I talked about him. Okay. For the people who know that they exist, you're not just gonna run up to your neighbor and say, "Hey, there's a 12-foot there underworld dog man behind the yard." They're gonna look at you like you is crazy. You is batshit crazy. You're not gonna make yourself look crazy and have them looking at you and your children stupid. So
Right,
you just sit back and watch.
right on.
I have this neighbor. We're gonna call him Mr. Oblivious. He is a catch and release fisherman. He fishes in tournaments and stuff. So when he catch sunfish or catfish when he's out there on these tournaments, I have I have four lakes behind my house. Well, not behind where I live at now, where I used to live at, but they were in zones.
Okay,
So he would put them in the first two lakes.
okay.
And he would always come back looking crazy. I'm like, "You out there, Skillet?" And he just be like, "Yeah." And the average person would be like, "Hey, What you see? I ain't say nothing. I'm waiting on him to say something to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he go back there, cash release, until one day he just come back. And you know it's bad when you see a black person white as a sheep. I ain't trying to be racist, but this is
Yeah.
how I talk.
All right.
And I'm sitting there, and he come back through what I used to call the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
Once you walk through that little area right there, that little arch, you went to another world.
Mm. That's deep.
So
That's deep.
he come walking through there, dirty. His $700 fishing poles, he had three of them just broke, beat up.
Mm.
I'm sitting there, on my back patio, screened in, looking at him. Hey, Skillet, you all right there, buddy? You look a little distraught.
Mm.
You need a bottle of water?
Yeah.
He just sat there looking crazy as hell. He ain't saying nothing. I bring him a bottle of water. I said, here you go, buddy. He drank the water, water falling out outside his face. He said, have you ever? I said, nope. Have you seen? What are you talking about? Did you know? I don't know nothing.
Mm.
Well, y'all gotta excuse me. I curse a little bit. That's just who I am. So if I say so, don't take it personal. Nothing. I'm trying to
You be
clean up
you.
my story, but
You be you. Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Did you know?" Yeah, I know what, man. See, they got the nest. The nest is the first lake to the right when you go down that trail.
Okay.
That's the one place I did not go.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go. Them things had built like 6 foot tall, big trees, oak trees, pine trees, and they stacked up like a fort
Mm-hmm.
around this one lake. That's where they had the babies at. That was the nursery.
Okay.
I never went back there because if you went back there, if any of y'all ever watched that cartoon Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, when you
Mm-hmm.
walk back there, you can feel the air shaking. You can see the
Mm.
waves in the air. You knew you wouldn't want it back there.
Mm.
But
That's deep.
but he hard headed.
Mm-hmm.
He just oblivious. He went back there fishing. And in this one area at this time, the dog man, well, upright walking canines, and
Mm-hmm.
the Bigfoot both coexisted in this one area.
Mm. That's
Once
crazy.
upon once upon a time, they didn't.
Wow.
So after about 10, 15 minutes in a bottle or two of water that he drank half of 2.5 bottles of water, the rest of it was on his shirt.
Mm.
I don't smoke me about 2.5 Newport Light showing the box and looking at him like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, he don't seen son. So I ain't finna press him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boy, you good? I'm finna go in the house now. Wait, 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 wait. I said, for what, that skillet? Man, I saw what you see. I said, I'm
I seen
talking here
it.
like we in church.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a while. Cause he only took his crazy ass back there for 4 years and ain't never seen nothing. He never seen nothing to me,
Isn't that crazy?
but the activity was picking up. We're gonna talk about that too in a little bit. I want to give everybody a warning. So hope everybody take this as a warning. So
You know I'm going in. Okay, go
I
ahead.
know I know you going in.
You know I'm going.
Oh, my little brother short but shouted. But listen, he said it was me and this guy back there. I had never seen him before. I knew who it was. They had these undercover game wardens back there. If you go into a hot spot, just look up. They're there. They be in trees. They be in blinds. They have them there in them hot spots. If they're not undercover warrants, they're undercover agents. They're there, watching you, watching them.
Mm-hmm. Watching you, watching them, watching.
And they ain't watching you walking in the rain either. They might be. So the guy said, the guy said, run. So, so he was like, huh? He said, run. And he looked at,
Uh-oh, my nephew.
so yes, that's your nephew. So he was like, and he looked back
Mm-hmm.
and he said he saw four of the biggest wolves he ever seen in his life. And you know, wolves ain't that common in Georgia. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see maybe three,
Mm.
three real wolves.
Okay,
But you know, they introduced them here to help take down the population of whatever that they don't mess up in the ecosystem. We're gonna talk about that.
right.
But he said he looked and he saw four of the biggest wolves he ever seen in his life.
Mm.
And they take off running. He said he threw his raw. I said, you're $700. He said, I slung them over the fence and they hit the fence. And when he said these wolves hit the fence on two legs,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stood up and looked at him and walked around,
Mm-hmm.
and he was no more good after that.
Okay.
He said he was in a blind stupor trying to get back and find a trail to get back to back where we lived at.
Mm-hmm.
He said he ain't never. He said, I said, what they look like? You ever seen Underworld? I seen them. I mean, I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they look like. And he was like, did you know? Yeah. Why you never tell me? Would you have believed me? He said,
Mm.
no.
He said no.
I said, look how long it took you to see him. He said, can I have another bottle of water? I said, you sure can. He drunk that one though.
He goes dehydration.
Mm, Dehydration. But this dude don't have some of the best non-experiences I've ever seen in my life. Like I
Mm-hmm.
told you, there was a laundromat around the corner to where that river I told you that I don't tracked and navigated, where they travel through Georgia.
Okay. Oh, right, right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say the name of it. 'Cause I don't want nobody getting hurt. But
Right.
it ain't that hard to figure out. But anyway, it's a laundromat right behind where it comes down to a trickle. Yeah, but anyway, but there were some homeless people that lived behind there,
Mm-hmm.
but they moved all their tents and shelters up right behind the laundromat. And
Okay.
there is a pond. I ain't gonna call it's a pond. It's not a lake. It's like a pond right behind the laundromat. Of course, probably run off from the laundromat goes back there, whatever else may have you. He saw a road. He took his wife back there,
Okay.
and he wanted to see what the water looked like. And the bums had a roadblock there to keep people from going back there.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave them $20. They let them go past it.
Oh,
They
okay.
said, "Go at your own risk. Appreciate that $20, homeboy."
He said, "Go ahead, John Riff."
So he went back there, and you know, well, you know, down here in the south, we got them bride patches. I'm sure people got bride patches, sticker brides going everywhere,
Mm-hmm. Right.
sticker brides. So I'm so country, but listen.
You funny.
So he see all these clumps of hair on these sticker bride bushes and stuff. and he like, baby, look at all this fur. It gotta be a bear. And she said, baby, we ain't got no bears down here.
Mm. We ain't got no bears. Mm.
And he sitting there with two big ass clumps. I'm sure you'd have loved to have got your hands on all that damn hair, fur. So his wife was like, look, she started getting sick. So she said, we need to get in the car and leave. He said it was tons of fur just all over them bushes.
Mm. That sounds crazy.
And I was like, oh, really? Well, you want to see it?
Mm.
Nope.
You said nope.
You want to go back there with me? Nope. I already knew it was back there.
Right, you are.
So even though I never been back there, it's right there, son. Pick it up.
Mm.
So I was like, so that's another hot spot that I told you about where you said that you want to give. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say what you said you want to do with them people and what you want to do back there. You can say what you want to do with the vagrants to help you find them things back there. But listen, but yes, they're back there.
That,
But hold on, before I go to this next point, is there a question out there? Anybody got a question? One question got a question?
uh,
Going once, going twice. Any
nah,
comments?
so far it's just cowboy, but I sent the link for everybody to hop on. I guess, but you know,
Okay.
so, but yeah,
Okay.
cowboy didn't ask nothing.
Is
So
he still there? Cowboy,
yeah,
you still there?
I think he's still here. He's still here, cowboy. I think he's still here.
Now, the last time he had a question for you. I told you he was trying to get a link to Ravenhawk. Ask him did he ever get that link to Ravenhawk.
Mm.
Cowboy, you still there? Did you ever get that link to Ravenhawk?
I asked him if he's still here, so we'll see. I'm here. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's here. Thank you.
Okay. Now, what I'm worried about this year, what you said you're not worried about, is right now in Georgia, we still heading down to 62, 58 degrees.
Mm. Oh, give me
And
that
right
burp.
now, shitting me, and right now, they're supposed to be rolling through here in the next week and a half to July let me look at my calendar, to about July the 8th. That's when they come through here full force. What I'm afraid is because the weather been so cold, I think they're gonna be real bad this year. I'm talking about unnecessary
Mm-hmm.
because this has been one of the coldest Mays, April, March, April, May, June I've ever seen in Georgia. I'm 48 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it being this cold in May.
Right. True.
So it might have been like that maybe back in the no, I'm sorry, in the early mid 80s.
Okay.
But that's been so long ago. I gotta check. But Google and Yahoo lies. But if anybody got an area where it's highly populated with them things coming through, man, please be careful because I think this is gonna be a real bad year where they get ignorant.
Mm. He said they're gonna get straight ignorant.
So I'm trying to add more lights around my house and two more cameras with the spotlights before the middle of June roll around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do this stuff at the beginning of June
Okay.
because I told you about this river around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cowboy Fire Ring says she on the line. I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Mm.
You want to hear it?
Did you say cowboy? You said,
Cow-
yeah, ignorant.
Cowboy
Okay.
Five Rings. He old die hard, old school BDRP,
Yeah, he
brimstone
said
of
go
fire, bro.
ignorant. Oh, he's an ignorant. That's funny.
Huh?
No, Cowboy was saying something. I guess something we had said that was funny. But
All right, you want to
go
hear
ahead.
Cowboys? Here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since it's just us on here, we being real. Do you have a sports complex around you?
Me or just anybody
No,
or me?
Cowboy Five Rings.
Oh, okay.
I know you do. You in B more.
We got everything.
B more, baby. I'm in B more.
Mhm.
What do you say? Sports complex where the kids go play. Not no small complex, but one where they got like 4 or 5 football fields, 10 soccer fields, about 10, 12 baseball fields with little league, middle league, and senior league.
Mhm.
If you do, there's your hot spot. If you got one where there's a river or creek run behind that or run through that complex, that's your money spot. After a big game, about 4 hours later when it closed down, they will be there. 4 hours or less, when the park closed, they will be there. Trust me. I know. Wouldn't lie to you, brother. If you want proof, that's where you go. Just ride through there during the daytime. Look around the area. If it's open, because it's not always open. But if it's open and you ride through, just ride through there. Look at your tree lines. Look for your signs. Look for your markings. You'll see them. If you got your markings there and it feels eerie, go there after a big game on Friday night or Saturday night, around about 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. They will be there. Now, sometimes they will lock them gates out there, so you gotta go at your own risk on that one. So, if you want to find the truth, sometimes you gotta take some risk on getting messing with Johnny Law. But they will be there. I ain't say go do it. Did nobody say I said go do it? I'm just saying where they be at. Go ahead, son. Put it in the trash. Okay, okay. But yeah, that's one of your hot spots at a sports complex, a children's sports complex. Cause they be out there eating all them old hot dogs, corn dogs. They love that garbage. It's a lot of garbage. They be at them damn baseball and football games. And it's like a smorgasbord to them. They like slop. Unless you want to know that 5 rings. Hello? David, are you there? Hey, I can see your comment there. Hey, check it out. Oh God, you got one 2 miles away? Boy, that's crazy. You ain't heard no crazy howls or yips about 10, 11 o'clock at night at the big games. Man, I know you don't heard some crazy out there if you just 2 miles away from one. I can see the comments now. Man, you right there by the money shot, brother. I mean, I ain't say that, but hold on, baby. I'm gonna play with you in just a second, okay? Think we lost Dave. Well, I'm looking at the comments. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the G Reaper Show. Let's talk about some cryptids, folks. Let's talk about it. We can talk whatever you want to talk about. Oh God, you in Oakland? Never mind. They don't. Never mind. They trying to stay low out there in Oakland. Yeah, they know them. Boy, they know them bullets hurt, boy. Yeah, you might have to go out a little further into the. Yeah, you might have to go out a little further into the suburbs for that. Oh, I see Dave. He said, keep talking, bro. All right, we're gonna keep talking. Yeah, man. Shoot, boy, they hear them damn AKs and think going through there like, oh, get low, get low. They ain't trying to they ain't trying, they don't want that garbage can that bad. They're like, man, we're gonna go the other way. They ain't playing over here. But yeah, man, boy, if he was in Georgia, but I show you, man, everywhere these things hang out because we got some down here. I love hearing these people talk about these. We got a few shows that pop up in Georgia. Oh my God, they were here, they were there. Man, we got some that don't never leave. We got migratory ones. They come through here, like the ones finna come through here in about another Jesus week and a half to 2 weeks. They'll be here, and they'll be here until December. Then after December, they'll fade away. But the other ones will stay here. They'll get a little rowdy, but then everything calm down. But we got both of them that stay, and some that just go through. But like how people say they come through and they come back through. Nah, they just come through. So I'm thinking they're doing a horseshoe. Like they come down, but they horseshoe and go back another way. They're not like migratory birds that come fly south for the winter and fly north. These things do like a horseshoe because they'll come down, but they won't come back up. So then the ones that stay here, they have to do the little territorial fight, so they just play nicely or they go away till they leave and then they come back.
Hello.
Yes, sir, they do up there in Dallas, Georgia. They sure do. But some people want to just ignore them or they don't want to talk about because, in Georgia, we still a little country down here, man. Ain't gonna tell nobody know them things like that. Ain't gonna say I'm crazy. But that's just how we are down here in the South. It's just like a lot of people around here, like I told Dave. From here, especially on that Georgia Florida line, they there. They are. I seen them. They there. I know them farmers, them cotton farmers. They don't
Mic
have some
check.
big battles with them things on there. Mic check 1 2. My mic sounds nice. Check 1.
One.
My
Can you hear me?
mic sounds nice. Check 2.
Two. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay.
squatching head.
All right. Got it back. Squatching Hood, thank you for joining us, man.
That's funny.
ATL
Yeah,
crew.
that's why they got them damn drones flying around Atlanta, following, chasing people, man. Them damn. Yeah.
Mm.
I have heard of some of them people who drag race downtown. I have no idea who they are. But yes, they do that here. They do it all around 285, 85, 54, 34. See, we about to go into a whole nother area thanks to you squashing hood. They got them old somebody been watching Smokey and the Bandit with their uncle or their daddy, their granddaddy, and these idiots down here is doing Smokey and the Bandit runs. They got a bounty if you can get to the end of this race to get the prize money. They don't care if they go to jail or get locked up. They're gonna get there for that money.
he
We got
said,
some real idiots down here, boy.
they don't care if they get if they get
No,
locked
man,
up.
serious, man. We got some real idiots down here, man. They came down here to Cal Edith, boy. They met they met the real Smokey down here, boy.
Mm,
Locked their asses up, but they still came though, try to get that prize money. They got they got put in the system.
mm. I tell you, sounds like a hot mess. Mm,
Squatching Hood. I like that name,
mm.
Squatching Hood.
Squatching the hood.
And cause hell, I was in the hood one time while them damn things was at, man. They don't discriminate, man. I don't care if you live in a good neighborhood, except for cowboy fire rings. They out there doing the army crawl, walking around to there. They getting down low. Hey man, forget that trash can. We need to go
Hey,
back where them folks is at over there, man. Let's go to the suburbs.
so big bro, do you think they like what was your thing on the sewer systems? Remember you thought maybe they were coming through the sewer systems too?
Actually, I didn't believe in that till my dad showed it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I cowboy fire rings. He was around when I talked to D about that.
Mm-hmm.
I really was not a believer in them in the sewer systems and in them underground tunnels. But since I sat down there and I thought about it and I looked at the whole situation, I had a little sit down. I was like, well, we got a whole underground Atlanta here.
Mm-hmm.
That's was built over when Sherman came through here back in the Civil War and spanked our ass, because we couldn't get that money down here in the South so we could fight back in the North. That was some underhanded stuff what happened. That's why we lost the war. But hey, that's another story. But Sherman came through here and wrecked shop, boy.
Mm, I hear that. So they break shop.
And you know what? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm gonna talk about that. But you're absolutely right, Squashing Hood, because my dad was living in East Point, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the name too. Out Cleveland Avenue and Stewart Avenue. They have an area that was called the Petrified Forest,
Mm-hmm.
and that son of a bitch is squashy as hell, and they are there,
I
and
hear
they
that.
travel like they just brought up in and out the sewer systems of Atlanta,
Okay.
and they're all in underground Atlanta. Them and I'm gonna go off track, and the Lizard Man that I seen over there too. I
Where was the
saw
lizard man sighting at? Where was that?
over there where my dad was there, over there off Cornell. It's a street called Cornell. It's over there off the side of Cleveland Avenue and Cleveland Avenue and Metropolitan. But for the old folks who know about Atlanta, it was called Stewart Avenue
Mm.
over there by the Krogers.
Mm.
And Cleveland Avenue ain't nothing but like 5 to 3 minutes from downtown Atlanta. So when you hear somebody tell you that there are no cryptids around the downtown Atlanta, man, they full of shit.
Mm.
Because like Squashing in the Hood said, the city of Atlanta is country.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is not no big metropolitan city like California or like New
Mm.
York. Man, we got trees, we got rivers, we got swamps, everything in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
in the metro Atlanta area. So, and then we got the underground Atlanta, which there's a city.
Mm.
Stop. Which there's a city built over a city. So they got a whole city up under downtown Atlanta to go stomping around, parading in, because as a child they used to take us on tours through underground Atlanta. And man, that's some of the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life, man. They
Uh-oh.
got you can actually see where buildings was blew up and mannequins and stores. They got these super scary ass mannequins in them.
Mm-hmm.
Posing, you looking like it's looking at me. Cars
Mm-hmm.
flipped over, stuff burned up. But like my dad, I talked to him a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks ago, because he told me, he got the plug on all this stuff, because he's a little older
Mm-hmm.
and he deals with the underworld. Well, when the underworld, so um, he has some people that still work for them people, you know. So, because when I saw him one day, I said, "Why is these people suited and booted, and they going down to the sewer systems?" When I say suited and booted, they look like one of them old, one of these new school SWAT movies. But these city employees, bulletproof vest on, rifles on the back, salt rifles in their hand, pistols on their hip, pistols on their thigh. So I called him, "Hey man, what the hell going on downtown?" "Man, what I told you about how they be walking through, how them things be walking through the sewers and stuff."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "So what's up then?"
He said, "What's up?" Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, when they send the COA, the city of Atlanta, that's what they call the city of Atlanta Water Authority, the COA, in them tunnels and down in the underground Atlanta and Metro Atlanta area, they had to send like a special SWAT team with them. So they be suited and booted while the people going down there to try to change water mains or fix a busted water pipe. Because we had this old crooked ass man, Bill Campbell, he just shortcutted and saved money, and that's why the Chattahoochee ever flooded. And we had this big chemical spill, sewage spill, that went all the way down to West Point Lake, Georgia, where your homeboy lived at. So we couldn't fish for the last 10, 15 years.
No.
Wow. It took a while. We still don't fish, but
Mm.
they say the
What?
water's clear now, but we don't trust it. But so he said when they go in there, there are mutant humanoids, rat humanoid people, of course the fable giant alligators, reptilians, Bigfoot, and just some unspeakable things that they just don't have no name for. Yeah, Cowboy Fire Rings, they know they down there, man. That's why they send that little baby SWAT team with them. They just don't want us to know. That's why people, what's your boy name right there? Squashing Hood. If you know anybody who lives in the metro Atlanta area in Fulton County, ask them what their water bill is. The average water bill in the Fulton County area runs from $250 to $750 a month. My water bill is $30 a month, and I got 2 acres of land. I wash 2 cars, and I got a toddler that I have to constantly wash clothes for. My water bill is only $30 a month, sometimes 24. But they gotta pay for that SWAT team, that baby SWAT team that they sending up downtown Atlanta, and all that fraud they doing. Hey, he said, convicted Bill Campbell with his little ugly ass mustache. See that man know Georgia right there.
I
That
heard
man
it.
know Georgia.
Mhm.
So Yeah, it ain't no telling when we had that big sewage explosion when all them veins and stuff busted. What got mutated up under downtown Atlanta and turned into Kachira, or Squash Jira, or upright walking canine Jira, or them rat people and them humanoid folks down there that got mutated. Man, no telling what happened to them people down there when all that sewage flushed through there and they got mutated. Now that's what people need to be worried about. Forget the veil. Them people coming up out them sewers and wreaking havoc. Cause man, I will never forget that day I was over there out Conner with my dad. We was walking to the store and I had saw them damn three. I saw that damn lizard, man. That song, and they do slide on their beds when they go into the rivers. I seen it with my own eyes. And I went down there to go look for some evidence, take some pictures. He like, son, come back. I'm like, fool, you ain't
Fool.
worried about me in 30 years. I got this. So I went down there to the river and look. I found the slide. What they slide in and out of the river. Got some pictures of them three-toe footprints. And and then we got to the edge of the street right there, because there's a trailer park on the right. You know, while the I'm gonna say like Dave said, while the Latin Americans live at, and there was this um open manhole cover, and this little, I'm pretty big for a human. This sucker popped up out the manhole and looked around. I said, "Oh shit!" He said, "What?" And he looked and saw him, a little auburn brown fella. You know, I'm pretty wide. I'm 6'2", you know, 250 and some change on a good day. Maybe 2 6 on a bad day if I don't eat, you know, 2 or 3 hamburgers in a steak, you know, and some French fries.
He said French fry.
So I'm about. He couldn't have been no more than about. What about tape measure? I don't like to tell lies.
Mm,
He could have been no more than about 32 inches at the shoulders,
mm.
and he swole his little ass and shoot, shot back down that manhole. He said, "I told you they come out that manhole." And that's when I had to believe him. Because I didn't believe my dad that they was coming in and out that manhole. I did not believe him. I said, "Well, I believe you now, there, old man." I told you, man, in the last 2 years, that's why I see him coming in and out of. I said, "Okay, I believe you." Hell yeah. With some hot sauce. Fries with some hot sauce, baby, with that Texas Pete on it. Why I put that Texas Pete on everything. So that man said, "I know Georgia." Brother, I was born in 1974. I've been Squashing Hood says, you know, bro, I was born in 1974. I'm from Bankhead, Georgia. What they call it, Howell Parkway now. I went from Howell Parkway, well, Bankhead, down to County, Georgia, where I met my first squatters at. Yes, I know Georgia very well. All the way from back when we had black and white swimming pools, black and white entrances. I told Dave about this. And KKK rallies on Christmas and New Year's Day. Yeah, I know Georgia very well. I've been here. Cowboy Five String said, "Now you're talking." Yeah, I put Texas P. I put that shit on everything. So yeah, I know Georgia. Man, I can tell you everything about Georgia. I've been all around this thing. I've been here half of my life, the whole half of the life, the 20 years I wasn't here. I was in the military, but when I came back to here.
Right on, I hear that. Okay.
So
Mm,
yeah, you know,
that's
man,
deep.
I can tell you every place. Squashes, I can tell you every place in Georgia where these things is at, because I don't been all over this thing. looking and tracking them things. They used to tell me they want to know what happened to me. Go ahead and tell the story, Dave. And I used to be
So,
out there running through the woods chasing. You like,
oh
why
yeah,
did you
running.
stop?
Yeah, running through the woods, and you start to come
Yeah,
upon
that's
them.
where I was
Yeah.
born at, man.
Hmm.
Bankhead Courts, baby. That was my first stop once I left Bankhead Courts.
Hmm.
That's where I resided myself at when I left Crawford Long Hospital. I wasn't no Grady baby. My dad had insurance, so I went to Crawford Long. There's a lot of Grady babies, but I ain't one of them.
Yeah. So what? So what? What was
I ain't
some
got no
of the
against Grady babies.
yeah? What were some of the unusual things that you had seen
Well,
in the
Dave, go
woods?
ahead and tell me that story when you told me when you said, "Man, why did you stop chasing them? You used to be out there running through the woods at them at night in the daytime."
Oh, why you stopped chasing them?
Yeah, you mean you
Yeah.
asking why did I stop chasing them?
Yeah. Why did you stop chasing
Well, you know, I
them?
had children the second time around,
Mhm.
and they followed me back home.
Mm, that's crazy.
And you know, it's a little different when those things screaming outside the window, tapping on your windows, throwing golf balls at your house and rocks and stuff, and you got millimeters of glass. He said,
Hmm.
Grady. I told you, Dave, you know, Grady Hospital,
Hmm.
man, you can go to Grady, you can get your arm cut off, your leg cut off, they'll put it back on. But if you go to Grady Hospital with a common cold, you will die. Don't go to Grady for a common cold, boy. You better go there with a trauma. Your head better be knocked out. They'll put your head back on.
Hmm. That's right. How
But
long did that go on? Do you remember
what there?
with them being up in those bushes?
John moved over here. That was about Jesus 3 years. 3 4 years. Let me see. Hold on. 3 4 years with her. But for a total for me, it was 6 years. I
Okay.
didn't. It was 6 years total for me, but 3 years when I got married and had a family. That's when I had to move because, like I
Mm.
told you, them upright walking canines start coming up there. Whew, I couldn't take that, man. That was just too much, man. With them walking around the windows and that one with that squeaky toy, man. That's why I told you, man. Stop gifting these things, man. Don't be gifting these things, cause somebody gifted this thing, or he stole one of them dog squeaky toys. And that's so you used to walk out there from about 2, 3 in the morning to about 5, 6. Squeaker, 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 squeak, squeaker. All night long, man. I was not going outside. And I was not looking out because I looked out the window one time and I saw that ugly ass raccoon hand squeezing that damn squeaky toy. I said, "Oh Jesus!" Yeah, yeah, man. Greatest, best trauma in the world, man. They trying to defund that place, man. Grady, man. I had plenty of family members go there. Motorcycle accidents, gunshot wounds. They walk out. They get carted in, but they walk out. Super fly.
Superfly.
Man, Grady been around for a long time, boy. He's a bad. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. You know, I was like, no, it's time to go. It's time to go because I never had no. Now, to me,
Hmm.
they scared the shit out of me
Hmm.
because you seeing an upright walking canine, man, that's just some unnatural. You just should not be. It's bad enough seeing Bigfoot, but I've been seeing them since I was damn 4. So I got over that. But they still throw you off when you see them. But like you said, they don't throw you off when you see 'em. But man, every time when I go out, and if I see one, I'm like, oh shit, oh Bigfoot, please don't hurt me. And I go one way, they look, and I might go another way. But that upright walking canine,
Mm-hmm.
you just can't brace yourself to see nothing like that, man. Squashing hood. Yeah, they all up in East Point, Georgia, man. Right below downtown Atlanta. Squashing hood. That's what we're gonna call East Point, Atlanta. Squashing hood. Where they at? Over there, Squashing hood. East Point, Georgia. Out Cleveland Avenue. In the petrified forest behind the marathon. Go at your own risk because there's crackheads, dope dealers, and unsavory people over there. Don't go. I ain't tell you to go there now. They didn't say go there either. Whatever say on this channel, please do not go there because I said there's a place there and don't go there at your own risk. Disclosure. Please don't go there. I didn't want to see him, and I hope nobody else see him because some of this stuff should not be seen. But Cowboy Fire Rings, man, I'm gonna tell you a story, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Cowboy Fire Rings and my boy Squashing Hood. I love that name, Squashing Hood. About that time I seen that damn Wendigo. All right, y'all. This was a point in my life. I had became homeless. So some things happened, It was during Obama's administration, jobs got bad and things were just bad. So I still had a little piece of job, but I had my Ford Explorer, right? XLT, 3-row seat. Slept good in that sucker, boy. Heat work, AC work, but listen. It was some apartments I rented about 2 years before I had lost my place, right? So, if you ever lived in a place, you always explore where you live at. Well, I don't know if y'all do that, but I explore whatever area I live in so I can know the surrounding area. And there was a cul-de-sac in this apartment complex. And I didn't know about it. It was down in the bottom. I guess that's where they was going to build some more apartments, but like in Georgia, if the ground is too hard or there's too much granite, they can't blow it up, then they won't build it. They just make it a dead zone. So I went back there to sleep. I don't slept back there about 5 nights. Good sleep. So I went back there again to sleep. The sun had already came up. It was just a little bit past that, what they call it, dawn. Sun was up. Sunset. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm like, what the hell? So I open my eyes. I look around. I'm like, oh shit. Hope it ain't them boys in the hood up over here. So I get up. I'm like, oh shit. It's just a deer. I'm
Was
like,
you?
wait a minute. That ain't no damn deer.
Uh-oh.
It got a head, but ain't no. Oh Jesus! What? And that sucker stood up on his hind legs and stood up, jumped over that barbed wire fence, landed on all fours, stood up on two, looked around. I
Clear your throat. Clear your throat.
man, I can't tell you. Oh my God, that shit made me choke thinking about it. Man, I ran out them back row seats, I flipped over the front seat, stuck that big old black Ford key, cranked that old Explorer up. And, And that was like a 2000 and what was that? A 2012 for Explorer. It had a clutch fan on it. So if it didn't warm up, you would hear that clutch fan. Man, I dropped that sucker down and dry. That stuff was like, woo. Boy, I was shot up out there. That one to go jumped and ran back into the woods. I went back to the truck stop to sleep. Man, I went back to my storage unit. I pawned about 10 items. I wouldn't have got myself a damn apartment. I said, the hell with this. I need 4 walls. I can't do this no more.
Uh-oh.
I was like, mm-mm. I don't care if I even get through my items out of pawn, which I didn't. I was in them 4 walls. So I was like, mm-mm. Watch it. Man, you better stop gifting them things, man. I be telling Dave, man, y'all better stop gifting them things.
Who's
Because
gifting them?
one day, my boy Squashing Hood,
Okay. Carson says gift.
man, because one day you ain't gonna have it. Man, you know how folks is, man. Hey, homeboy,
Mm-hmm.
what them hamburgers and french fries you been giving me the last 3 weeks? Homeboy, I ain't got it this week. Well, you better go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, I ain't got it. Well, then you better, you know what? We just gonna eat you then. Man, stop gifting them things, man. I don't play with it like that.
I hear you. I hear you. Mm. So was it okay, so been gifting. Oh, I see what he said. He said gifting for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Scratching it. Okay. 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 I'm in the same focus that I did at the next. So have
I don't gift them, man, because no, I don't gift them. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Hey, Dave, how many people you got on the feed tonight?
it's Cowboy, Five Ring, Squatching Hood so far, and I think that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of advice. If y'all barbecue, and I know Squash and Hood, he probably get out there on them ones and twos on that grill like I do. Put your charcoal in a black mint bag from Home Depot once they cool off. Put them in the trash can. Don't throw them in the woods. Don't do that, man. Do not throw them charcoal soaked with that good old fat grease and hamburger grease and rib grease. Don't throw them in your woods. They besides bringing critters and insects, they bring them in. Put them suckers in a mint trash bag from Home Depot. It's called an HDX large trash bag with a drawstring. It's a 40 bags, 33 gallons. Repels raccoons, rodents, and squirrels. Put them charcoals in your bag and put them in your dumpster. Don't attract them things to your house, man. That was one of the mistakes I made. Don't do that. Yeah, they were cool with me, but I still didn't want them around me, man. Them things. Mm-mm. Um, Squashing Hood, I sent D Doss a video where I sent to Dave too. They got them cooked things around my house now. You want to talk about that, Dave? Talk about
Yeah,
that.
go. Yeah, that's fine.
No, you
Like,
go ahead. Tell them what you saw, man. Tell them
what with
what
the
you thought that them
what with the
things
shed?
going in and out the shit. Yeah, and
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
driveway.
that was unusual, man. But yeah, Diesel has he had something in his shed in the backyard, and it was like you could see the figure going in and out, going in and out. Like they, I guess maybe they were going through maybe like a their own form of parallel. I mean, wormhole or whatever. Maybe because they kept going in and out, but you could tell they were transparent. It wasn't a human. So I
They
was
were
thinking,
cooked.
perhaps they it had some kind of cloaking, or maybe it's some advanced technology, and it was some kind of invisibility, but you could see it. I think it was a ghost, going. And that's what I think it was, a ghost, because it kept going in and out, in and out, and I don't know. Maybe it just needed to get to a place where it could rest for good. So that's what we saw, and Diesel's backyard was the ghost thing going in and out the shed. Um, how did you handle that, Diesel?
No,
Was it?
sir, because man, I'm gonna tell you, but one day it was about it was right before the summer hit in, before it started staying sunlight to about 9 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
Right down here, 8:45, 9 o'clock at night. It was about 6 o'clock. Shit. I was going to take some trash down the hill because it was
Mhm.
trash day the next day. And I was on the phone talking to you. I said, oh man, there's one of them clothes things standing right in my door. You said, man, take a view. I said, nope. I'm finna walk my ass right back in the garage. Brrr, hit the door,
Mhm.
turn the alarms on.
What had went off on the alarms?
Yeah, I said, no, I had turned the alarms on.
Oh, okay.
All the camera stuff. Now that other day I talked to you, no, I tried to call you that day, but
What? Yeah,
this
cause
was about a month ago. I had
okay.
tried to call you when this happened to me.
Yeah, probably at work.
Um, I told man, I talked to you the next day around about 3 o'clock. Me and the boy, we was out making some moves, going out and getting groceries and stuff.
Mhm.
And no,
Mm.
okay, so okay, come on. So I had this real bad feeling. Son said, "Go in the garage.
Mm.
Go in the garage." So, so I was like, I don't learn when I get that feeling, I listen to it. So I took my butt in the garage. He was asleep because I was gonna park on the outside. Hey, I was gonna park on the outside and bring him in. But
Okay.
son told me just to go in the garage. So when I hear that little voice in my head say do something, I listen now.
Right.
And
Right.
I ain't as hard headed as I used to. Well, I'm still a little hard headed, but I ain't as hard headed as I used to be. So I went in the garage. I took him in the house, put him in the bed, and the next thing I know, my phone started jumping in my pocket. That was I was getting an alarm saying that there was somebody lingering in my driveway.
Mhm.
And when I looked at the camera, there was one of them transparent figures at my garage door, and one was sitting on the
Mhm.
container wall.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, Jesus. So if I would have stayed outside and parked like I wanted to park like I was thinking about parking, it might would have been all bad that night. But
Mhm.
I went in the garage and parked. One of them was just sitting on my damn retainer wall.
Mm.
I'll
Crazy.
send you a picture of it tomorrow
Okay.
because the bricks is moved where that thing was sitting at.
Mm.
I can send you a picture of it now. I just gotta log into my system and send it to you. But so whatever was sitting on my wall had a little bit of weight on it.
Mhm.
I'm like, whatever it was, need to come fix my retainer wall.
Mm. That's money. Mm.
So I ain't gonna mess with it till the end of the year when them damn on copperheads die down and stuff. I ain't gonna put my hands on them bricks right now. I ain't trying to press nobody right now.
You glad it didn't roll down and hit someone.
So yeah, I had two of them. One was by my door. It might have been trying to twist that doorknob, but I got the regular lock and a deadbolt on that. Okay, people. In the south, I have a door on my
Mm,
garage door. It's oh, shit, damn. It's called the door on the garage door is called a servant door. That's just the name of it. I wasn't here. I didn't make the name up. That's just what they call it. That's where the servants will come through the door and come clean your house.
yeah.
So it's like a little history lesson in this. So you will have a separate key to come through the servant door and your inner garage door for the servants to come in and clean your house and leave. They wouldn't have a key to your front door or your back door, just through the servant door. But it's 2023, ain't nobody got no service around here. It's just me. And I go through the garage door. I roll it up, go in, roll it down. So this thing was trying to open my servant door, just twisted it. No, sir, cowboy fire rings. I have seen families of these things. Ever since I was a child, I have seen families of them. Cowboy fire rings, are you still there? Big families. If you're still there, say something, cowboy fire rings. I have seen big families of them. Do you call them families? Do you call them troops because they're more guerrilla like? Do you call them units? Hey, he's still there, but I don't know. I mean, do you call them families? Do you call them troops?
But
I have
like,
seen families of them because, like, where my mama lived at, man, it was a whole, hate to say, it was a whole clan of them things, man. You can't call them a troop. It
mhm.
was like a whole family reunion of them things down there when I was growing up. It was uh, a whole bunch of them there, man. They was all over the damn place. So, oh, he said he'll be right back.
Oh,
So,
what
yeah,
happened? Oh,
man, Cowboy Five Rings.
okay.
Man, it was. I don't see dozens of these things, man, at one time. Like I told you, when I was a child, I was about 12, playing GI Joe with my 22 rifle,
Mm,
18 plus one in the chamber
mhm,
in the tube. So um,
mm, mm, mm.
I was rabbit hunting because yes, might be 48, but I'm country as hell. So yes, I used to build rabbit boxes with a slice of apple in them. Used to go out there, put them in the woods, go try to check my traps and stuff.
Mhm.
So once I moved from Atlanta down to the country, my grandmama taught me how to trap rabbits and how to hunt, all this other good stuff. So I become countrynized.
Mhm.
So oh shit, damn. So um I there's this place behind my mama property. I would really like to go there one more time. Bro dropping. What's bro dropping? Squashing Hood, what's bro dropping? They was bro dropping. They in the crowd. All right, they gone again. So this is back to Reaper Vision. Let's roll. So yeah, back to Cowboy Fire Rings. Asked me a question about I think there's one or there's a family. There's this behind my mom's property. It's about 4 or 5 miles behind her property. We walked, we explored. I did all that. So there was this riverbed that started by our property. A beaver dammed it off. So I explored the river. And as I walked, I said I was gonna walk this whole riverbed one day. So that's what I did. And as I walked, it got deeper and deeper. So I got up on high ground to walk towards it. And there was just one spot out in the middle of nowhere. I Google Earthed it, so I was about 5 miles out. Ain't no scout leader, bro. I like ovaries. Them folks like little boys. I can't talk about them people like that, them Boy Scouts. I I'm sorry. So I can tell how to shoot, hunt, skin a deer. I boar hunt. I do all that stuff there on Squashing Hood. But listen, boy, I got a bear with attitude, compound bow, 100 pounds of pulling on it. I will. I can split an arrow. I'll send a picture of the arrow that I split and let Dave post it. I'm bad with a compound bow, so listen. So it's this riverbed. It gotta be about 50 yards deep, and it has a canopy grown over it. And when I looked in it, man, it had to been about 50, 60 squatches in there just congregating. I wasn't scared, but I was a little nervous. So I politely bagged myself out and I took my butt home. But there were some scouts that made sure I got back home post haste. Yes, they trailed me all the way back. Which I'm gonna tell you another story about that. Man, I fish, man. I don't call a damn 10 pound crappie. I fish, man. 10 pound crappie. I don't call bluegills, crappie, um, flathead catfish, muddy cat, man. Boy, I've been out there. Yellow Jacket Access down there in West Point Lake, boy, got Yellow Jacket Access, boy. They used to have some of the best crappie down there. Boy, I was
Mm,
out there fishing.
I hear that.
So um yeah, they got me out there because like I told Dave, man, back in the day, I used to have to get home before the street lights came on. So you know how you want to try to show your friends you big and bad, but every time I got once that second thing buzz, them damn Bigfoots would be out there shaking the trees and roaring at me and stuff. Man, I had my little ass on that blue. I had a ugly blue BMX bicycle just pedaling getting through there, man, trying to get to the house. I come flying down the hill. My grandma said, mm-hmm. Them damn boogers out there one day. I ain't say nothing. I start bringing my ass home early, or I went the long way home. Cause once the sun started going down before the streetlights came on, they was on that road. Squatching Hood. My man. But that's my new favorite person right there. Squatching Hood asked me a question. Any question, I'll tell you the truth. You know, my generation, we don't believe in lying. But we ask you, do you want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? I'll tell you. Watching Hood. Scout leader, boy. They was telling me, man, they pay folks to teach them how to hunt, how to skin a deer. We grew up learning how to do stuff like that. Skin a deer, deer hunt, bull hunt, all that stuff. Squirrel, rabbit, quail hunt, all that good stuff. Come on, Squash in the Hood. Ask me a question about one of these things so I can tell you the truth. Give you an answer. Hey, Cowboy Fire Rings back.
Oh boy.
There wasn't no earthquake. There was just days, thundercloud, snow, and fire rings.
Hey, hey, hey.
Fire rings. I told Squash and ask me a question. He been here for 78. I got 4 years on you, brother. No, sir, I do not. They all think I'm crazy. Family members too. Even my mama, she know about only about who was with me and warned me was my grandmother. That's for Squashing Hood. Man, them 70 folks, but we some good folks, man. We ain't stunning y'all, man. Them millenniums. Me Too's and all this social medium. That what wrong with the world now, this social medium. Come on, Cowboy Fire Rings. Ask me a question so I can tell you the truth. Ask me any question you want to know that's within my realm to answer. I'll tell you tonight. Thunder, thunder, thundercloud. Ho!
Hey now, hey
Ah,
now. So what? I'm trying to think. So do you feel that they like, what do you think perhaps their origins are?
which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Hmm. Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Mhm.
Only about who know the answer is God Almighty.
Amen. That's right. That's right.
Oh Lord, East Pernt. You were there on 285 East Pernt,
Mhm.
Squashing Hood. Squashing Hood over there on the 285 East Point. Over
Mhm.
there by Greenbrier, over there by Greenbrier Mall and
Okay.
Ben Hill.
What do you?
Oh man, Cowboy Five is asking me a question.
Oh, what do you
How
say?
many dog man things have you seen? Too damn
Many
many.
did count.
Too damn many to count. Oh my Jesus. Too damn many to count.
I hear that.
Oh my God. I wish I could tell you. I've seen them once or twice, maybe 3 times. No, man, too damn many.
Too
Man,
damn many.
ask me what was the worst one? What was the first one? What was the best one? Too many. I don't see them too many times on a regular basis.
Mm.
Like shit, I can see them things all day, every day, 7 days a week. Them
Mm-hmm.
suckers, and like I told they talk about going out there at nighttime. I say, do not go out there at nighttime. You don't have to go out there at nighttime. They out there in broad open daylight. They ain't afraid.
Right.
They there.
Mm.
I can tell you one of the most memorable ones I had. For me and my ex-wife, it was our first Christmas. Oh, the best one. I tell you the best one. I tell you the best one. I
Uh-oh.
almost had a heart stroke on that one.
Tee. Uh-oh.
Uh, but but the memorable one I can laugh about it, not because it ain't happening. Me and my ex-wife, man, she wasn't my wife then. It was our first Christmas. We had went up to the Walmart, see Squash in the Hood. If you listen, you know this one. Um, um, we went to the Union City Walmart because I was in Fairburn to go. My Christmas tree stopper had died after all these years, so we went to go get one for her first Christmas because she never had a real tree. So we went to Pike's Nursery to get her her first real Christmas tree, and we had decorated the tree, but when we put the tree top on, it was dead. So we went to Walmart and we came back, and this raggedy looking ass wolf walked out into the middle of the street. This is about where the nest is at. You can get to the nest from on the trail or from the highway. There's a blocked off road. There's an entranceway there. Now, this property used to be a slave plantation back in the day. So there was a driveway there, but they had blocked it off. Well, actually, it's two driveways, it's two entrances there that they got it blocked out. That you can't just drive in there no more. You have to either park and take a risk of getting your shit towed or getting a ticket and towed or locked up. Or you can go into the area and park and go in, walk back up and go through the area. You can go in on the trail, which I don't recommend either one of them. But um, this ragged ass big wolf, I'm looking like mangy, twitching and shaking. And she said, "Do you see that?" I said, "I see it, but he better move or I run his ass over." And I slowed up about 30 feet from it, and that son bitch started to stand up, twitching and shaking his hind legs. I politely hit the gas and shot around him. And we went and parked, ran inside, put our tree top on, sang old Christmas tree and all the other stuff. And we kept the lights on. I stayed up all night, as usual, to make sure that nothing happened. But my best one is, yeah, they boots on the ground till he see the wrong shit. Then he ain't gonna be boots on the ground no more, cause Cowboy 5 Street, oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you the best one before I answer your question. The best one I ever seen, she was my wife, and it was about 2 years later. Man, when you think you met the right one, man, this woman was sorry as gully dirt, man. I'm talking about sorry. I had just got back in, tired as hell. I'm hungry. I come to the house, the boys hungry. She ain't did nothing. So we had this little old school pizza joint around the corner. So I decided to go there. I don't told this story on D channel before, and before, man, I walked out the door, and right there at that hill, that hill, That's where you go through that little portal to go to another world, to their world. I looked to the right. I had told this woman, I said, all right, look, when I go out the door, count to 30 before you lock the door, just in case I gotta run back in. She said, okay. I walk out the door. I take 6 steps. We talking about 6 seconds. And this jack nuts blocked both locks. And I heard her walk away. I said, oh my God. I'm out here now. So I take 4 more steps and I get to the edge of the walkway where you look right going towards Lake One and towards the portal, and left going towards the parking lot. And when I looked to the left, I saw not one, not two, not three, but 4 upright walking canines squatted. Not sitting like dogs squatting, but squatting with their knuckles down, hunched up. It's the way the way mine sat was a little bit higher than a dog what they did. And I looked at him, pure fear took over my body. My
Hey,
heart started beating in
flash
my
around.
chest.
Mm-hmm.
I started, I said, oh God. So I started, man, I was looking like Red Fox on they what's that show called with Red Fox, Sanford or something. I'm looking like Red Fox. Oh Lord, Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm stammering. I'm walking. I'm about to fall out because I had hit the most ultimate form of fear. I thought I was finna black out. I said, I can't black out. I gotta get to the car. I unlocked the car door. I got in the car. I sat down. My heart
Mm.
just beating in my chest.
I hear that.
I have never. That was the scariest I've ever been in my life.
So what was it?
And
What was making it so frightening?
I'm looking at phone upright, was squatting. I'm looking at 4 werewolves squatting. Look, black werewolves sitting there looking at me, and they were only like 10 yards from me. 10 yards, and I seen how fast these things can move. 10 yards ain't nothing for them. That's like them taking a 1 inch step to get on me 10 yards. I seen how fast some things can move. I was looking at death. They had me dead to rights right there. Didn't nobody see him kill me. Didn't nobody see him drag me away. My wife, 2 sons, fatherless. I'm gone. I'm horrified. There's nothing I could have done to fault them. Nothing. Cause once I looked right, they were right there, 10 yards away from me.
Mm.
Only thing I had on my hip was a Glock 17
Mm.
with some hollow points in it.
Mm.
That ain't nothing.
That could hurt.
You can die.
Hurt it did. Um, what made you not
So
use the firearm on them?
why would I use it? They didn't attack me. They didn't attack me. Why
Good,
provoke
good.
a fight? Why provoke a fight that I can't win? Those who those who live and run away live to fight another day. So it might sound cowardice, it might sound awkward, but that's what we was told in the military. And we was told our whole life. Well, back in them days. So I couldn't win that fight.
I hear that.
I had 17 rounds and two extra clips on my damn hip, but against them things, unless I can hit all four of them bastards in the eyeballs, pat, 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 pat. Like I'm in that. What's that movie you talking about? John Wick. Then it went no
John
need of
Wick.
me pulling. It went no need of me pulling my damn gun out.
Mm-hmm.
Now if they would have now if they would have rushed me, yeah, I would want to bust on their asses. But they sat there and looked at me. I got in the car, my heart beating, I'm breathing, I'm slobbing out the mouth, so I crank up my little Camry. I turn the lights on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you think they would run.
Mm-hmm.
No, they sat their little ugly asses there looking at me. So I put the lights on high. And the one in the middle, he took his little ugly ass raccoon hands up and put them over his eye to shade the light out of his eye so he stick a look at me. I said, to hell with this. I backed up. My car didn't warm up good. I'm a firm believer in warm your car before you drive out. So I said, if I pull back up, what do I do? Do I go in the house like a man, or do I go get a hotel room, or do I call the police and tell them that there's some black people around my apartment? I need the police
Mm-hmm.
so I can get
Right.
back in my house. Hey, there's about 6 black guys around my apartment. I need some help there, buddy. Sorry, I came. I got a wife and 2 small babies in the house. I need some help there, fella. I ain't trying to be funny racist, but that's just how it worked down here. I can't tell them. Yes, there are 4 werewolves around my house. I need some help to get back in. I'm not trying to go to the crazy or loony bin. I gotta do what I gotta do to get the police to come out there. So, man, that was the worst, the worst situation I think I ever been in. When I was sitting looking at four at them, eye to eye, and they had me dead to right. They had me dead to right. That was worse than when I saw the female. I don't know, man. When I saw that male and female, and I was about a half a mile from the house. But now, when I saw them four right there, yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst. Man, I was saying that, man, Cowboy Fire rings, man. If I would have had a bottle of water, I would have pissed on myself right then. I said, "Oh Jesus, pee!" I'd have
Mm.
pissed right on myself. But luckily, my bladder was empty before I left. Man, look at them things. I like, oh Jesus,
Mm. Yeah, because that looks like it's
man.
from a magazine.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. See, people get on these podcasts, and they be like, I looked at that song bitch right in the eye. And I said, by the name of Jesus, I revoke you, man. Get your ugly ass out here telling them lies. You don't pissed on yourself and you ran back in the house. Because I know plenty of times I don't look at them things like, my bad, homeboy, I'm sorry. You go on about your business, I'm gonna go on about my business. So my bad, homeboy. Be breezy. Live, let live. Oh hell yeah, boy. Yeah. Swatcher Hood said call the cops, they get wiped out. And they been like, you set the cops up. No, them son of bitch wasn't trained. Y'all better send SWAT next time, homeboy. Y'all know we got these dope boys over here. That's what they ran up on. Them dope boys got a hold to them. Y'all didn't do y'all job. And and it's funny. If y'all ever look at my old what's that? My old Facebook account where I had my trail camera out there and I was getting footage and stuff. You remember that dope boy that was on the 4 wheeler that looked at my trail camera? Dave.
Yeah, I'm here.
You remember that video on my trail camera I had put up when that dope boy looked at my trail camera talking about he did the I see you eyes?
Oh yeah, that was funny. Mm.
Yeah. One of the dope boys who used to run drugs in that neighborhood. I mean, allegedly people, blah, 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 blah. He saw my trail cam. He was riding the four wheeler making the drop off. He saw my trail camera like, I see you. Man, that's one of the funniest
Mm.
videos I ever posted on my Facebook back then.
Do you have it saved
Red
on?
dogs. Squashing Hood said red dogs. Red dogs, black cats. Those were some of our old school um what do you want to call them? Task force agents. We had this agency called the Red Dogs around the Atlanta metropolitan area, and then they had the Black Cats in DeKalb County. They were like ex-military and crazy folks, man. They was. I can tell you some stories about them, boy. Because one of the worst stories I seen was in Red Oak. Red Dogs, boy. Yeah, them was some old school, boy. They had to disband them, with the kinder, gentler coming around of America.
Hmm.
The Red Dogs putting that thump on them unsavory people. Red Dogs, boy.
You said
Them was some
red.
bad boys. Them Red Dogs was some bad boys, man. I seen. We'll talk about the Red Dogs on another channel. Yeah. I still got that video up on my old Facebook. I never took them videos down or none. They still on there. Um, because me and Dave back then we had a whole bunch of videos I had put up, and he had, and them Alphabet boys hacked our accounts and they deleted a lot of our videos and pictures. You remember that, don't you, Dave? When they wiped our stuff out? Oh, there you going again. This is the Reaper Show. Back in 2016, me and Dave, we was out there, boots to the ground, boy. We was out there getting video, man. I had trail cams up all over everywhere. And I was posting that stuff. Dave was out there because Dave used to get some of the best photo bombs I have ever seen in my life. He be taking a selfie and he have a squash behind him or a cat eye thing. He had some of the best photo bombs I was. I hate using these new millennium words, photo bombers. But boy, they used to photo bomb him to death. And I had all these crazy ass pictures, man. I had goat men, I had demonic looking creatures, things with horns. I had Bigfoot, man. I had a Bigfoot that looked like your boy from what's that damn movie called? They did a remake of it. Caesar was in it. The Planet of the Apes. I had a video and pictures of this one Bigfoot. He looked like an orangutan, same color and everything. And we ain't got no loose orangutans running around through Georgia. If it was, it'd be on somebody's barbecue grill, man. We'll cook that son bitch. But listen, I'm just saying. We ain't Peter Friendly down here. Yeah, Cowboy Fire Rings. Dave Knocker left it. So we're back to the Reaper Show. Back to the darkness. Yeah, David Knocker left it, but listen. So man, me and him, we was out there dumping videos, dumping footage. He called me and said, "Man, I just got hacked." I said, "What?" My Facebook. I logged into it was about 2016. I logged in, all my videos was gone, half of them was gone. My laptop was fried. Bank account was jacked up. Um, I'm just saying. Um, but when you get too deep, them alphabet boys don't be playing around, man. So I went on hiatus for a long time after that. Man, don't be playing with my money now. I got bills to pay. I'm trying to eat. Man, I like eating. I want to eat some bratwurst or some some ribs or ham and cheese sandwich or some grits and eggs with some sausage, some bacon. I want to be eat oodles and noodles. Hey, great to meet you too, man. Squash and Hood, man. Don't be a damn stranger, man. You here in the good old GA? You know what goes on down here. Ain't no more playing GA. Ain't no more playing GA. Soldier, soldier up. DSGB, down south Georgia boys. You know, boy, Cowboy Fire Rings, you been around for a long time, boy. All the way back to them damn good old original dog water days. I remember, I mean, not dog water, DDoS days, man. I remember everybody back in them days. Some was real, some was fake, but hell, we still around, man. We still here. So, hey, y'all have a good night. We're gonna go ahead and close this thing down. We're gonna let Brother Dave get some sleep. And one day we'll pick it up again. Squashing Hood, don't be no stranger. Cowboy Fire Rings, I see you on old Doss Boss Station. I'll holler at you. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Next time, y'all come back to Reaper Vision. Reaper Vision. I'm sorry, I crack myself up sometimes.